So I have a bone to pick with University of California, Berkeley, I think. I have a funeral to go to, Berkeley, so you picked the wrong time to get on my nerves, right? Now, long story short, Berkeley has decided to, instead of being accessible, they are deleting knocking my steering wheel. Instead of being accessible to their students, their deaf and hard of hearing students, and anybody else that may need accessibility, they are deleting thousands and thousands, more than 20,000 documents, instead of captioning them. So let's go back a little bit, shall we? I have this article that I screenshotted. The University of California, Berkeley will cut off public access to tens of thousands of video lectures and podcasts in a response to a U.S. Justice Department order that it make the educational content accessible to people with disabilities. Today, the content is available to the public on YouTube, iTunes U, and the university's webcast Berkeley site. On March 15th, 2017, that's about 2 weeks from now, or 1 week from now, the university will begin removing the more than 20,000 audio and video files from these platforms, a process that will take 3 to 5 months and require users sign in with University of California credentials to view or listen to them. Okay, so now I'm actually slightly confused. It says that it's cutting off public access, but it's not outright deleting them. But here's my question, actually. Even if someone who, why am I trying to scroll down this screenshot? Even if this is open to those who are actually part of UCB, it's still not going to be captioned, so they're still screwed. The Justice Department, following an investigation in August 2016, I'm assuming, determined the university was violating the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, which is a 27-year-old law, almost 27 years old. The department reached that conclusion after receiving complaints from 2 employees of Gallaudet University saying Berkeley's free online educational content was inaccessible to deaf and blind people because of a lack of captions, screen reader compatibility, and other issues. The department ordered the university to make the content accessible to people with disabilities. Berkeley, however, publicly floated an alternative, removing everything from public view. In many cases, the requirements proposed by the department would require the university to implement extremely expensive measures to continue to make these resources available to the public for free. We believe that in a time of substantial budget deficits and shrinking state financial support, our first obligation is to use our limited resources to support our enrolled students. Therefore, we must strongly consider the unenviable option of whether to remove content from public access. So even if you remove it from public access, you still have disabled students there and you're still not making the content accessible. Something you had many years to do already. The Justice Department's investigation did not look at how Berkeley serves students with disabilities, only the accessibility of content it offers to the public. Okay, well, listen, I don't know everything about the law. Okay, I don't know everything about the law. But if the U.S. Justice Department tells you that you're violating a 27-year-old law and that you should adhere to the law, then maybe you should not delete everything to avoid the law. I don't know. If I were to be going to UC Berkeley into their public files and notice that they aren't captioned, would I be annoyed? Yes, if I was not a student. However, I feel like if I want to know exactly what would happen if actual students of the college were trying to get access, real equal access to what's on there. I feel like that's obviously more important than those who are just randomly walking across the files. But can I just say I'm not surprised? I did post an article on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and somebody said that they were shocked because UC Berkeley is one of the most liberal universities in the United States. Being liberal doesn't mean jack. I know very ableist liberals, I see it every day. I know Republicans who are less ableist than some liberals. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to me, honestly. It really doesn't. But I just find it funny in the not actually funny way. And that instead of working to try to get something captioned, that they just want to say, okay, well, we just won't have it on there anymore. I honestly, I don't think I know what to say about it at this point. Can I help you? I'm curious to know if the Justice Department does anything. I would like to see them investigate what happened to their actual students, because they only investigated the public stuff. They didn't investigate how accessible something is to their actual students. It's already not accessible. If there's already no captions on the files, chances are they're not going to make the files accessible when they're private. So at the end of the day, I'm still just like, really? I find that ridiculous. And this is why I didn't go to college. Actually, okay, no. I didn't go to college because I couldn't afford it. But I can just imagine that if I was going to college and I needed videos, I had to watch some videos for an assignment and it wasn't accessible, I would be very, very annoyed and wondering, why am I even here if I can't do what I need to do? Because I don't know what the heck I'm being given right now. I have no idea what's going along and I can't follow it. Oh, it's like watching an uncaptioned film and taking notes all over again and being made fun of because of incomplete sentences, even though it wasn't my fault. And I'm curious to see how it ends. It's a process. It's not something that they can just, like, be done with in an instant. So it takes 3 to 5 months, so I'm curious about it. I am. There's that. Let me know what you think. Comment section is free and available to anyone. So, if you want to follow me on all my social media, links to that will be down below. If you want to help support my content, you can do so by being a patron or leave a one-time tip on coffee. Both links will be down below. I upload every Monday and Thursday unless otherwise stated, and I will see you later.